I'm Congressman Ted Deutch. I represent the 21st District. I'm a member of the Judiciary Committee, a strong supporter of immigration reform. I strongly oppose the detention bed mandate, and I firmly support alternative detention for those who have committed the civil infraction of crossing into this country.
You know, we have an immigration system that is broken, as Congressman Deutch said, and what we're trying to do is work towards a solution. I believe HR 15 is going to do that.
And I wanted to talk a little bit about the raids that are taking place in Homestead, like many other communities. The immigrant community in Homestead has been terrorized by these raids, and their rights have been violated. ICE agents come early in the morning, 5 o'clock, 5:30, stake out the neighborhoods, knock on doors. They never have a search warrant to look for anyone. They will make collateral arrests. They might be looking for one person, but they will take 3 or 4. This has been traumatic for the whole community, for families in the whole community.
My parents moved to the United States from Colombia in 1991, when I was only 3 years old, in order to provide a better life for my sisters and myself. I did not learn about my immigration status or the status of my parents until I was in middle school. On March 13, 2007, as my mom and I were driving her to work and I to lacrosse practice, I recall telling my mom that I had a feeling we were about to get pulled over by the police car behind us. I vividly remember the police officer slammed his gun on the roof of our car as an intimidation tactic. I remember him saying, and I quote, "You should be ashamed of yourself and the example you're setting for your daughter." As I silently sat in the passenger seat, I had to see my mom get handcuffed in front of me and taken away. My mother was sent to Broad Transitional Center, a privately owned detention center 4 hours away from our home. She spent over 4 months in the detention center. I was never able to visit her for fear of being detained. My mother was eventually deported back to Colombia, a country she had not called home in over 15 years. And I had to walk across the graduation stage without my role model, without the rock of our family, without my mother.
I'm here to talk about my brother. He was detained and sent back to his country. The name Moses held a business here. He is a father and has a son that missed his father so much. He has been a business person in this country. He contributed to the American economy by providing business and opportunity to his suppliers.
I'm Cheryl Little, Executive Director of Americans for Immigrant Justice, AI Justice. We began helping unaccompanied minors in detention in 1999, and we've been in crisis for 2 years. Last year, we served over 1,600 children in the 2 Miami shelters, and this year so far, we've helped over 1,400.
From the stories we heard today, it's very clear that we have 2 humanitarian crises right now. One about the refugees at our border, but also about the 11 million undocumented who are part of our communities and our families. We call on Congress and the administration to find fair and compassionate solutions for both. First, the refugees at our borders must have fair access to the asylum system and our courts, and that includes access to lawyers. We know that Congress is stalled and that there are huge political hurdles for you back in D.C. So we ask you to join us in pressuring the Obama administration to do what is within their power.
Hey, gracias to the people of Florida, because that is who is here today. Workers of agriculture, tourism, professionals who contribute to the $79 billion of our economy with their blood, sweat, and tears. And it's a shame that not only do they have to work and be exploited at the hardest work at the lowest paid, be abused by police, and then terrorized by La Migra. This is a historic moment. We are on the right side of history. This is a period of shame